Hello, we're doing our quick series, a mini series about law of attraction. We said in the Be the Change Facebook group that was a topic that people were interested in. So I've posted one video which was about goals and having a vision in the first place. And we're going to build on these and tell you the key steps in the law of attraction. Now, when I work with people, we go deep on this. We go deep. There's layers and layers that we get into. And I want to share with you the next step and talk about how you create a powerful vision for your life and how you then operate with the faith and expectancy that it's going to show up. But you have to make a decision because you have to imagine you're placing an order. That's what you're doing. When you create a goal and you have an idea of what you want, you're placing an order to the universe. So imagine you're in a coffee shop and you're looking at the menu and you say, I'll have an oat milk latte, please. So the barista gets the oat milk and gets the jug and starts to pour the milk into the jug and is about to start steaming it when you say, actually, no, I'll have an Americano. Yeah. So the barista gets the coffee, starts to do the espresso, and then you say, oh, I don't want to be up all night, make it a tea. So patiently, the barista moves on and gets a tea bag. You turn to your friend then and say, wait, what are you having? And this is how many of us, and I was like this for years. Well, actually, I kind of didn't even set a goal in the first place. But for me, for years, I was kind of like in the coffee shop looking at the cakes, looking at the menu and going, no, I'm all right. I don't want anything. But it starts with a decision. So you can't say, well, I want this goal, but actually, no, I don't. I want this goal. Because that's why it'll never happen. It's a definite order. It's not, I might want that. Why didn't that show up? Why do we do that? I think there's a couple of reasons. We think of something we want and we set a goal, and then maybe we start working towards it, but it's not showing up. So the tea is taking too long to make. So I say, I don't want tea, I'll have a glass of water. So we change our mind because it's not showing up. We might then, while we're waiting for it to show up and trying to work on the thing that we want, we might lose faith. We might think, oh, maybe it wasn't for me anyway. Maybe I haven't got what it takes. I don't know whether this is the right thing. Do I really want this thing? And then so that voice creeps in. The longer that goes by between you placing the order and the delay in getting it, the voice creeps in. I'm here to say that you don't get to set the time frame. You should have a goal with a time frame. You should decide what you want and when you want it. But the goal shouldn't change, but the timeline might, because you don't get to dictate when you're ready to receive that. You will know and it will happen. But it won't happen if you change your order every 3 minutes and flip to something else. See, the other thing like that I used to do was stand in the queue and say, I don't want anything. I'm all right. I'm fine. I don't want anything. I don't need to place an order. That's what many people do. And I believe we do that for a couple of reasons. We don't think we want anything. So, maybe we've got all of our material needs met. We've got a decent job, we've got some money, we've got a car and a house and a family, and we're happy. And I'm really chuffed if that's the case, but I want to challenge you a little bit, because you might be happy, you might be grateful, and you should absolutely, we want to live in the now and be totally appreciative, but be dissatisfied, because every single one of us has a nudge, an impulse inside of us. For all of the time we're here on this planet, we are meant to be expressing what's inside of us. We are meant to be growing and expanding. And I think that's why we lose the juice and the joy at a certain age, because for a period of time we're like trying to get the things we need, trying to get the things we want, material things really, to take care of our basic needs. And then when we've got them, we go, I'm fine now, surely that's me. But then we've got no passion, we've got no real purpose. And I think this is like where midlife crisis comes in, because we get the sports car and think that'll make us happy. Really what's inside of us is the need for progress, the need to be having a project, the need to be working on something. That something doesn't have to be changing the world, but it's got to be lighting you up. It doesn't have to be lighting the world up, but it's got to be lighting you up. And I challenge you to, if you say, well, actually, I'm fine, I'm satisfied, set a goal. Set a goal based on something that maybe you bury, maybe you don't know is there yet, but you're going to ask yourself, what do I want? It could be anything. Play the guitar, go dancing, do the hobby you used to do as a child, and set a goal to get back to that. Because you need to do something that brings you joy. We don't want to just say I'm satisfied and that's me, because at best you'll be bored. You'll lose the passion, the spark, you'll lose your light. At worst, you'll be frustrated as hell, and you'll be numbing out with too much drinking, too much shopping, too much food, too much Netflix. I'm not judging. I'm offering observations about how we can live our life differently, and how many of us kind of just fall into this state of kind of going through the motions and never really living in the moment, because we have to live in that present to appreciate, because we've got now, and that's just gone, so we've only got now. But you can't only do that, because you need to be expressing and growing, because that's where the juice of life comes from. So then back to the law of attraction. So we set your vision, we decide what we want, and we place the order. Oat milk latte, please. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I believe I can have it. I believe I'm meant to have an oat milk latte. I believe I can afford it, or the money will come. So then you have to sit and you have to have some faith. So you are then going to trust in the next step of the law of attraction, which is that the minute you make the decision and place the order by saying, this is the goal. And by the way, the people I work with, we write our goal on a card and we put it in a laminated pocket and keep it. We don't bring it out once a week and change it, rip it up and put a new one in. That's the goal, and it's designed to be definite, to be a definite order, and for us to keep, when we pick the goal card up, it takes our vision, it takes our mind there. So we want to spend time in that vision, and then we're going to trust that something called a bridge of incidence. So between where you are and what you want, you place the order, and you have activated then, you've set in motion a bridge of incidence to attract everything you need for that goal to manifest itself. There's an element of faith and trust in what you can't see. And believe me, the more people you speak to, the more you do this yourself. The minute you get evidence of this in your own life, that's it. You will be doing this forevermore. And but you don't just sit, visualize and trust in a bridge of incidence. There's some action that you need to take as well. So in the next session that I do, the next little video clip that I do, I'll talk about the action we need to take and why we can't just sit on a mat meditating on our goals, saying I want it. There's a bit more to it than that, and you have to actually move yourself into action as well. So I'll talk about that next time. For now, have a clear vision, place the order, write it down and spend time there. And then have faith, believe, operate from a state of mind that's expectancy that it's on its way. I'll speak to you later. Have a good day. Bye.